What is going on, guys? Real quickly before I get into the topic of the video today, I would just like to say thank you so much for hitting over 3,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, Simply Car Things. It really does mean a lot to me, you guys, and it's really cool to see how I've basically built this second family on YouTube, backed by a bunch of really cool BMW and just car enthusiasts in general, excuse me. But yeah, just really humbling to see that all. Thank you guys so much. You guys can bet that I'll be continuing to make videos on my car, on cars in general, car reviews, commentaries, vlogs, all that kind of stuff. And I understand that it's been a minute since I've posted. At the moment, I'm currently heading into finals week with school, so I'm really occupied with that. I'm studying a lot, and obviously that's my priority at the moment. So the video production in the next week or two might slow down a bit, but right after that, summer is literally just right around the corner, and I will be on summer break. So you guys can bet that you'll be seeing tons of videos on my car. I've got some really cool things coming up for it, some cool plans as well, and just a bunch of content is going to be continuing to come out on this channel. So with all that being said, thank you guys again, and let's get right into the video. I'm OG, y'all new to the game. Okay, so literally I was just filming for this video and the strangest thing just happened. This old lady literally did a power walk around my car like 3 times. Like, she's paced around my car 3 times, literally 3 times. And I was so confused at what was going on. I don't even know, I should have recorded it, honestly. That was the strangest thing. I was sitting in my car here, literally recording my video, and this lady just comes around my car. This old lady just starts walking around my car, not looking at it, just pacing around it. And that was literally the strangest thing that has... I am so confused right now. What the heck? I mean, if she's going on a walk, like, okay, that's great and all, but why would you go on a walk at the very top of a parking garage? I don't know, just something seems really fishy with that. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get right into the topic of the video today, and that's gonna be discussing, I guess, how specifically I afford this car, and I guess my, for lack of a better term, you could say like my financial ways of going about paying for this car, as far as like the maintenance and gas and just how I manage my money with owning a car like this. And just to right off the bat, you know, I'm not rich by any means. I'm not a wealthy person. I'm not one of those like 19-year-old kids that's making thousands of dollars. I work a part-time job at a sandwich shop right here in my city. I'm located in the Inland Empire, Southern California, and I'm a college student as well. I go to school part-time at a community college locally, and I commute there. Cars are my biggest passion, and that's really the one thing that I'm going to be reiterating over and over when I go about throughout the duration of this video, is that I love cars. And I mean, literally any of my friends, anybody that knows me on a personal basis can back this up. People basically think I'm obsessed with cars, and yeah, I guess it's kind of embarrassing at times, but really, it's my passion. I've been passionate about cars since I was a little kid, since, you know, the age of like 4 years old. I've loved cars. I played Need for Speed, all the racing video games, I read books, I had posters of Ferraris and Lambos in my wall in my bedroom and stuff. I love cars, and that's really where a lot of this stems from, is just my overall passion for cars. When I look at my own life outside of cars, really, I do have other hobbies and other interests and stuff like that, but really, I've found that I don't really spend that much money outside of basically paying for stuff for my car and my expenses. Now, granted, I don't really have that many other expenses. You know, I live at home with my parents right now, and, you know, thankfully I don't have like a mortgage or any big bills to pay, you know, aside from basically my car and just my other miscellaneous expenses that I have. And so obviously, yes, that helps a lot. So in that sense, you know, it's a bit subjective. But at the same time, I've always been, I'd like to consider myself a frugal spender. You know, I don't really go out to eat that often, and if I ever do, you guys, any of you do know me on a personal level, I'm a very cheap person, basically. You know, I'll order the cheapest thing on the menu or whatever. And, you know, I don't really like to go out to eat. I don't really spend that much money on like fancy clothes or anything like that. I'm not materialistic. I don't buy like gadgets and trendy things, and I've never really been that way personally, and that's just me. And you know, if anybody else is like that, then great, that's them. But for me personally, I've never been that, you know, big of a spender. I don't like to spend my money. The only thing that I do like to spend my money on is my car, and like I said, that's because I have a passion for cars. I love cars. The BMW 335i, which I own, was my dream car, my attainable dream car back in high school. And you know, it's the only thing really that I can personally justify spending money on. So what do I do with all my money that, you know, that I make? Well, basically most of that money, I just save it. I throw it away into my savings account. And you know, I do have plans, you know, to learn how to properly invest money and to do better things with that money rather than having it just sit in a savings account. And I'm taking a lot of financial classes and stuff that I've been learning quite a bit about investing money in and stuff like that. But I really save my money, and there's a few reasons for doing that. One is just because I just like to see a lot of money in my bank account, just like anybody does. And you know, going into the next reason as well, I like to save away money just as a cushion for this car. You know, if something does end up going, you know, catastrophically wrong, or if something were to happen, it's nice to have that cushion, you know, or that little buffer basically, to where you could pull out that money and say, hey, okay, you know, I have the money for it, it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it sucks, but you know what, I'll deal with it. So that's another part of the reason why I like to save my money away as well. And just going into the third reason, like I stated over, you know, I don't have that many expenses, and I don't like to spend my money on that many things, you know, outside of my car. The only thing really that I spend money on a lot is just upgrading my car when it comes to things like, you know, doing the wheels and performance modifications and all that kind of stuff. And you know, to anybody out there that's young, like 18 or 19, like my age, or even younger person, you know, potentially, or maybe older or whatever, it's definitely doable. You know, if you're in like a similar situation like me and you really want this car, you really want it, you know, and it's a car that, you know, that you really think that you're gonna love and enjoy for the years to come, then by all means go for it. You know, people are gonna tell you no. There's gonna be a lot of people commenting on this video, disliking this video, I guarantee you, that are gonna be saying, no, don't do it, it's dumb, and you know, all that stuff. And maybe to an extent they have a point, you know, and they probably do. But if cars are your passion, you really enjoy cars, you have a job where you're working steadily and you have your income, and you know, I guess if you know how to manage your money properly, then by all means go for it. You know, this car is a great car to drive, and you know, a lot of people, they get jealous and they're gonna get mad, you know, when they see a young person driving it and stuff like that. But really, these cars have depreciated. Their market value is pretty low, honestly, at the moment. You know, you can pick up a used 335i for like around $10,000, honestly. And as long as it's been well maintained and stuff, you know, hopefully it'll be a great car for you. And so that's kind of the goal of this video, is to just talk about what I personally do, you know, to, I guess, manage the financial side of this car. I know I was kind of jumping around in this video. There's just a lot of thoughts running through my head and a lot of reasons that I have. So, you know, I'm sorry if I went off on a tangent, or if I'm just kind of, you know, 180ing back and forth on different sides of the discussion. But overall, like I said, you know, if you have a passion for cars, if you love the car that you really want, you know it's a car that you want, you know, and you're willing to put in the time and effort, you can do it. And if anybody wants to tell you no and try to stop you on that, then tell them to go screw themselves. Because really, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your happiness, it's your wants. And I'm not saying to go be materialistic and, you know, to go buy some super expensive car and waste all your money. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, if you have a passion for something, and if you really want something, and if you work for it, you know, and you know, you manage and budget wisely for it, you can do it. Anybody can. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And I know I'm only 19 years old. I'm probably not the wisest person out there and stuff, but so far I've had this car for almost a year. I love it, and you know, I'm just gonna end it right there. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. A bunch of cool things are gonna be coming up for my car specifically. Got some really cool things coming in planned for you guys. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you all have a great day. I hope this encouraged any of you guys who are looking to purchase one of these cars down the road. So with all that being said, you guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.